All right, we are ready to teach you the first how-to in Restore Respect. So the very first how-to is to rethink your replies. As you start restoring respect with your husband, it's honestly as easy as just tweaking the little bit in how you say things to him. So we've got here on one side all of our do's and on the other side all of our don'ts. And they're pretty similar. The biggest one to restore respect to your husband is to say whatever you think. And you're like, nah, this is too easy. But if you can't think of a reply, you say whatever you think, and you say it in a nice, genuine way. So let's think of an example. Your husband comes home from work and he had a super hard day and he's explaining this big problem to you, and you're like, oh, I've got to help him with this big problem. Nope, you don't have to help him. He doesn't want your help. He wants your respect. He wants you to respect him enough to think that he can figure things out on his own because he is a grown man. So you say at the end, he's like, so what should I do? And you say, whatever you think. Or you say, I know you'll figure this out. Or you say, I trust you. I trust you to figure this out. Those things show that you respect him. So that's the one thing that I want you guys to try this week, is to say whatever you think, okay, to your husband or whoever you're dating or the person in your relationship with you. Oh, let's do the don't say real quick. So we say whatever you think. We don't say whatever you want. Whatever you want sounds like whatever you want. Sounds like you don't care. But when you say whatever you think, you're telling him that you believe in him, that you trust him, that you think he's smart, which you do. You're like, well, maybe I don't think that, but you will, because you'll see how smart and capable he really is. When you give him your trust, or you don't tell him what I think is, that's the next one on there. It's not that he doesn't want to hear what you think, but he wants to solve his own problems. He wants you to believe in him, that he will figure this out, because that's what men like to do. They like to solve problems. Have you ever noticed that in your relationship, that you bring him a problem and he's like, well, let me tell you how to solve it. And you're like, I just wanted you to listen. He wants to solve problems. He wants to solve his problems. And you thought all along you had to solve his problems, but you don't. You just need to put your trust in him. And he is smart and he's capable and he's going to prove that to you. So we don't say what I think is blah, 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 blah. And you don't say I don't care. That's not helpful, right? You do care, but you say whatever you think. So that's the first one you're going to try this week. And it's really easy, and it will show him respect. Because like in my relationship, I told you, my husband said, I don't feel like you respect me. And I was like, well, what do you mean I don't respect you? What does respect look like? Respect to him looks like me trusting in him, me being on his same team, and me trusting in what he thinks. And he actually is really smart and capable, and he's proved that to me. Okay, so the next one, do say, I hear you, or you listen and say nothing. So this is another response that you can do. When your husband's telling you all about the thing that happened at work, you just say, I hear you. And that one sounded weird for me to say. So sometimes I don't say anything. But he doesn't need me to pass judgment on it. He doesn't need me to say, that is so bad, or that is so good, or that is so wrong, or anything like that. He doesn't need me to pass judgment. He just wants me to listen. Also, don't say what you should do is, because again, that's me figuring out how to solve his problem. And he just wants me to listen. That's what we all really want. But you can bring problems to him to solve, and he'll also feel really respected. But you don't need to solve his problems for him. And that is so big in the relationship. He wants you to be his wife and not his mommy, so you don't have to figure everything out for him. Okay, last one here, do say. So being thankful is huge. When you are thankful for things and you point out specific things, he will go above and beyond to do them again for you. So saying thank you, being really specific. So thank you for blank. That meant so much to me. Thank you for taking such good care of me. Thank you for loving me and being such a good provider for me. Those are great things that feel respectful to him and make him feel very masculine. We don't say, I wish you would do this. Why don't you do this? If you would just do this. That's the things we used to say, right? When we were trying to be helpful. but they just hurt his feelings and they hurt his manliness. So you have found a smart, capable, great guy. Show him your respect in your replies. Let him think out loud. Let him drive his own life and his car. And letting him think for himself is the most respectful thing you can do. And letting him know that you believe he is smart and capable will restore respect in your relationship. So listen without helping, weighing in, analyzing, debating, criticizing, complaining. So you are going to be a better listener this week. You are going to reply with whatever you think, and you're going to see huge results from this. It is so exciting. At first, I was like, he's going to be like, whatever you think, you never say that. You always come back with something. But when I said it, he wasn't like, you don't say that. He loved it. Honestly, he loved it. So now I try to listen. I don't tell him how he should solve his problems. I tell him whatever you think. And this is different. We're going to talk about preferences in a little bit. Like if he's asking, where do you want to go to eat tonight? You can say whatever you think if you want. But if you want a specific place, then you can state your preference. And we'll talk about that more in another video. But preferences, when he's asking you for your preference, is different from helping him solve his problems. So from now on, you're going to say whatever you think, and it is going to make a big difference in restoring respect to your husband. So let us know how it goes.